Yo, what's up, guys? Seiishizo over here, and we have 60 tickets left. We only have 2 hours on the clock right now. I have a pretty solid defense at the moment, so I am going to be trying for rank 1. I'm not sure if I will actually get there. There's a few people getting up pretty high as well as this Go Free guy. I'm not sure how many tickets other people have saved. I've been buying the tickets for like the max refresh for a bunch of days. That's how you get to the 60 tickets. Let me show you what I'm currently working with for like battle reports. So as of currently, I'm getting a whole bunch of defense success. There's a few people that do outspeed me and therefore still win against me. But in most cases, I do tend to get a whole bunch of victories. And I'm mainly just using this team. I will showcase the gear all the way at the end. Throughout this, I'll just showcase a bunch of hits that I do. I will just do all of those without like commentating. And then I'll just, or like maybe I'll like voice over afterwards or something like that. But I'll just record all of the hits for like the 2 hours that are left. I'm not sure if I need 2 hours to do 60 attacks, but I would say a minute per attack is mostly what I'm used for from Summoners War. So let's get into hitting a bunch of stuff. I'll just be like voicing over that kind of stuff, and then we'll just see how it goes and see how far we can actually reach for that. Why I do this more often? Well, it's pretty costly to keep doing the refreshes every time, because it does cost you a 30 per one ticket. So in the end, the 60 tickets, it does kind of add up. Also, you're not getting like the 5 normal refresh tickets. So I haven't been doing tickets for like quite a while. But let's see how we can actually make that work. Well, apparently it goes a bit faster than expected. I just did 12 tickets in about 11 minutes, so I'm going to be stalling it a little bit more. I also just hit the rank 1 guy, which you saw in the previous hit. I can actually take him out, so that's good to know. I'm not too sure about these two. I think Hazil I can outspeed, or at least I was able to outspeed early this week. Corvo, I'm not too sure, but that does show that every time I do see go free in there, I can actually hit that. So that's definitely very good. But I'm going to be waiting a little bit longer to do the 48 over here. I think I'll wait 1 more hour to see how the standing is at that moment, because I'm pretty sure maybe I'll just do like 60-ish minutes from now. Yeah, I think I will do 60 minutes from now. I think I can do 48 in 60 minutes, even if the hits are going to be a little bit slower. Or maybe I'll just start like 10 minutes. Like, let's say I do 70 minutes for the last 48. But I'll be saving a little bit later, because I do know from Summoners War, the later you start, the less you're going to be hit, because people already won this game. People already used their tickets, so they cannot hit you anymore. If they're saving tickets to hit late, they're always going to be trying to hit like the rank 1, rank 2, rank 3 guys. So the moment I would boost myself up to, let's say, like 3,900 or even 4K or something, I think, well, if I win all of my hits, I would end up around like 4K-ish, which I don't really expect. Also, my numbers will go down the moment that I'm way higher points than the other people. But the thing is, the moment I start doing that now already, I will be getting more of a target. Like, there will be like target on my ass is like, yo, let's start hit Sei, and that's definitely not something I want to aim for just yet. So I just did about 12 hits, which is arguably like the 15 that I could have done today, or pretty close to. So I'm just gonna sit here for a while and let people think like, hey, I already did my hits of today and I'm no longer a threat. My defense log at some point would look something like this, with people's like, oh, he outspeeds me and therefore like he hella kills me really bad. This dude and this dude were outspeeding me with like 4 less speed that I was having before, so I'm not sure if they still do outspeed me or not, but I'll let them have like the credits of trying that out, and I'm not gonna waste my ticket on that. But let me explain the team that I have. So I have a Lily on 216, that's my fast set, and that is also a Bulwark set. So we're working with a shell that's a 20, it is a Kodecker, it has the Swift Ridge Bulwark and Swift Smite, and therefore we have Swift Smite in here. If it was a Swift Raid, it would have been like 4 speed fast, so we would be looking at 220. But for Swift Smite, I'm only looking at a 9 right now. I've been doing Aurora for about the whole week last week, but didn't get an upgrade in that. I did, however, get an upgrade on one of those two was new. I don't remember which one was new. I think this one was new. So 15 speed over here, 15 speed over there, 16 speed over there, 13 over there, 10 over there, and 9 over here. So still 2 spots that can easily be upgraded. But we have Bulwark, and Bulwark is elevated by the Freya. She is max skilled on the 1, and therefore she has like more turn meter gauge improvement for having buffs. So the moment that she has the speed buff, she will get extra turn meter. The moment that the Lily has the immunity, she will get extra turn meter. So because of that, my team is actually working as it is. Third order for me is also we have the Lily into the Freya, into the Yelly, into the Heinrich. I do also like it more than a Messiah setup, mainly because it's just more damage with armor breaks, there's more follow-ups, and there's more kind of good stuff like that. Also more Revelation-based, which currently is still strong. I'm not sure if it's going to get nerfed. It might be nerfed, but who knows? But for the rest of the team, so we have the Lily also for the Prowlers looking at a 551. Next up, we have kind of already shown, we have a 202 on the Freya. Would like it a little bit faster. We're overstacking a little bit by the crit rate, but that's mainly because it's working with a momentum, which is on the 16er. We still have like a 9 over here, and then this one is actually fast, that's a 13, but then double 9 over here, which could get a little bit of an upgrade. But so far, so good, is doing a lot of work. Side part of the shell is just a 20 and a 4.5, but for now, that totally does work out. Next up, we have the Yelly, which is a 115. That is the exact speed that I kind of wonder at to move in between the Freya and the Heinrich after the boost of the Lily, which is really nice. For that reason, I can also go for Fury Edge rather than a Swift Raid, because it happened to be like the best thing I have. We're working with Momentum and Fury. It would maybe be better to go for Onslaught in PvP this kind of way, but it's still really nice. For the Prowlers, we're actually looking at a 555, and for the Shell, we're looking at a attack, speed, and a constant damage up there. For the models on the right, we're looking at double attack into crit damage. Definitely could use a little bit of upgrades on the right side, but for now, it's looking kind of fine. Then the final unit that I have is Heinrich, which is looking at a 515. Does help out a lot for getting a bit of extra attack in there, but also having extra block chance and having extra strip chance, which is really nice. We have the Swift Rush, a Fury, and Swift Raid. We're looking at 100 crit rate exactly. I am rocking 1 accuracy set over here. It gives me the extra speed as well, but it's very nice in case that they have some kind of like Sanya or whatever, or like Tiamat with some effective resistance, that you have a little bit of accuracy in there. And then we're rocking, of course, the double crit raider to make that work. Am I using any other team for offenses at the moment? No, not really. Why am I not using Messiah? Well, simply as mentioned, most of those teams, especially if they're Lighthouse, they're not really on Bulwark. So because of that, I can just simply go in with the Yelly and armor break things. Follow-ups also, in my opinion, do more damage. Plus, we have the Prowlers being maxed out on like a 5/5/5, which helps out a bit. I do have 1 dupe in her, which I just got randomly from like a normal summon. And then this one also has 1 dupes, but in the end, I do like this one a little bit more. And that's pretty much the main way that I'm going for it. So as mentioned before, I'm going to be waiting a little bit to not put a target on my ass, to put myself towards like 48 tickets. If I do everything on +10, I will be looking at like 4K-ish points. Definitely not planning to do that too early. We still have like about an hour and 35 on the clock. Probably when there's like 25 on the clock, like an hour and 25 on the clock, I do a few more. And then maybe I'll wait a little bit longer, and then I do like progressively a bit more, and then towards like all the way of the end, I just make sure that I end up at 0. But so far, it does seem like this person, I think, did just use all tickets. There are a few people out there that can, as mentioned, outspeed me. Like RNG Manny does tend to outspeed me. I am not sure if the CC Buzzy can outspeed me still, and this guy can still outspeed me. I haven't seen him climbing in a while, so I think he's stacking tickets as well. And I am not sure if CC Buzzy, I think that he did not stack tickets, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So kind of have to be careful if I want to aim for that rank 1, like who's stacking tickets and who's not. But for that reason, I'm waiting a little bit longer to use all of those tickets. I was thinking that I need 2 hours to get rid of all of those, but I actually did like a ticket a minute. So, but that is against all of the speedy teams. Against like the cleave teams, it will take a little bit longer, but we'll see how that goes later on. Okay, so we're a bit time further. There's 55 minutes on the clock, still have 48, so I will be starting to hit soon. I've seen Arc going up a little bit. I've seen these people pretty much going up and down a bit, so let's actually see how far I can fit in, and let's do my hits. So yeah, this is definitely the moment that I put a bit more of a target on my ass. I'm 23 tickets left, 32 minutes. I've been clearing these tickets pretty fast. I've kind of been avoiding people that I do know that are more harder to hit. Like these right now, they're all like 8 points. These are like 4 points, but I think the 4 points are more worth it. I will save the refreshes for the moment I actually get stuck at something at a later point. But for now, yeah, our Itachi has been hitting me a few times, did lose once as well. I haven't seen this hit just yet. There is actually a counter way that you put something super fast on Lighthouse. Is that the way that he did this? Yeah, he has a super fast Lighthouse on the Mio. That's actually one of the better counters, but that only works if Freya's actually on Revelation. If Freya's not Revelation, it doesn't work. But yeah, in this case, it's pretty fast, and then it does actually cut, and then it does actually start taking the turns, and then all of that moves, this moves, that moves, and then I lose. So yeah, there's definitely a bunch of counters to this, but not everyone has that geared up. But it seems to be that Rel has this geared up right now. Also, we did see this one message from this one dude where he was like, yo, I'm gonna unsub. It's just like, it's the game, man. Sorry, you can't really make anything more out of it than it's the game. So I am a fair bit of points ahead right now already. I can't extend the lead right now because I still have 23 left, but I kind of want to take it at a slower pace right now for a little bit, just to make sure that I'm not worth like 16 points and I'm only getting like +4 points on other people. Okay, this is exactly what I mentioned with you get a target on you when you're too high ranked. I got like 5 hits, 6, 7, 8. Wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 defense fails within 1 minute. Yeah, that's where you get like a bunch of people starting to put a target on your head and where you drop a lot of points. So actually, I'm rank 2 right now. I'm not sure if anyone is able to overtake this rank 1 at the moment. So I still have 9 tickets left, but I think he has more tickets left as well as... Yeah, I think... I'm not sure if there's guildies of him or anything like that, but these guys are all... These are all 3 the guys that are slightly faster than me. So that's the big issue. And those are all like full-on targeting me right now. So I'm not sure if they're targeting one another or just like hard targeting me. But you definitely did see like the drop in win rate, and this guy is like hard climbing still. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit. Let's see if they still hard target me, or they're maybe going to be targeting someone else as well, but doesn't seem like that. I think like all 3 of them are like just super hard targeting me right now, because legit within 1 minute, this guy hit me 3 times. So I guess I'm on his list every single time, or he's just refreshing to get me on this list. But that's definitely an interesting interaction right there. Yeah, with this is near impossible, man. What the hell? These guys are like hard farming me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 hits in 3 minutes of time. Yeah, that's kind of impossible to overcome, I would say. I was like a good 100 points ahead, and now I'm pretty much down all the way to like, well, that's insane. I dropped down like 100 points in like a minute and a half if 3 people are like hard focusing you. That's insane right there, absolutely. Well, let's just do the last 9 hits, because rank 1 ain't gonna happen if I'm gonna get that hard focused by multiple people that are just simply faster, because that's the thing in the end. It's a speed check, and whoever is fastest has the most potential, and I guess that Arconic has the fastest set out there, or these are all like guildmates or friends or whatever. And they're all like hard targeting me, and they're definitely not hard targeting the other dude that's way higher in points right now, because he doesn't seem to be dropping any points at all. No, I don't think he's dropping any points at all. So I think like these guys are all focusing on me right now. But that totally makes sense. Like in the end, if they're friends of one another, why should they focus one another, right? That totally makes sense. But this is a lot of hits though. Okay, last few minutes of the clock. We have 2 hits left. I'm definitely getting crazy hard focused by these guys, which is kind of funny to see. Like, this guy still has tickets left, which has been hitting me a fair bit. Seiishizo has been hitting me a fair bit. RNG Motti has been giving me a fair bit of hits. Because at the start of this, I still had, like, I think like 50-ish defense, right? And it's up to like another 50 extra, so that's definitely an insane amount. We only have 2 tickets left, which shouldn't take that much time to actually do, but with 2 tickets, I cannot get there. I hopefully can maybe get to rank 2. That would be like best case scenario, but let's see. It kind of depends if I do get hit more often. Like, these are targets that I can hit myself. But yeah, this is definitely the speed game. Whoever outspeeds anyone just insta-clears the other person and just guarantees the victory. There are a few counters to it. Like, you could put like a fast lighthouse on your defense, but then you're a lot more easy to slow clear. And that's the thing that I saw with Arcatonic's team. It was a lot easier to slow clear than my team with like the like typical bruiser setups and those kind of things. But my team was definitely a lot harder to clear with that. So I had a better round on that, but he definitely has a better round of just simply having more speed. If I had more speed than him, it would be totally different. But that's just simply not the case. And this will be my final hit of the day. So let's see what rank I can get with that final hit. I think it will be somewhere top 3-ish, hopefully rank 2. But I think it's like, probably would be a little bit lower because these guys still seem to be having tickets left. And that's also the main thing. If you actually want to push super hard for this, you want to be aiming for having a lot of tickets, because I had 60 in the end. It wouldn't not have helped me if I had more tickets, to be honest. Like, in the end, I still have, like, if I had the faster Lily than they did, then I would have had a good spot, because then they simply could not be able to hit me. Like, if these guys couldn't hit me, I would have been rank 1 for sure. But yeah, that's the thing. They can hit me, and I cannot hit them. I think I might drop 2 more. I'm not sure. We only have, like, few minutes on the clock. Kind of depends, like, how much more they hit on me. But yeah, it seems to be that none of these guys are actually hitting this dude, but both of them are hitting me. So that's not really helping me in any kind of shape or way. It's funny to see where Global was actually mentioning that it's more of a bruiser meta over there. But yeah, it is definitely a bruiser meta in the lower ranks. But for the people actually pushing for like top 10 ranks, I would say most of them are actually full on cleave. Like, cleave over here, cleave there, cleave there, cleave here, cleave here, cleave here. So there's more cleaves than non-cleaves. But yeah, I'm just getting hit way too much, and I'm dropping way too many points. That's just the sad, unfortunate truth. In this case, if I had a few more tickets, or I used my tickets a little bit more late, I would have been able to maybe get like a higher points, but now I dropped to rank 5. Ah, that really sucks, man. I might even drop below this one right now. I'm not sure if he has another ticket, but I'm just getting way too hard focused. It's like just pretty much 3 people that are hard focusing me, and they're not focusing one another at all, which definitely does not really help me. I dropped to rank 6 in the end. Wow, I was 100 points ahead earlier, and now I dropped to rank 6. Yeah, that's just one of those things. Sometimes you get a target on your ass and you're not fast enough, and therefore you drop a lot of points. But hey, at least we got a top 10 finish, I guess. What's the... it kind of sucks because the rewards do count for... Oh, no, wait. Well, top 3 would have gotten like a bigger reward, but in the end, yeah, just too many people on my ass, I guess. Is what it is. It would be nice, one thing to add to it, if they make like the top 50 or maybe even the top 10 or whatever top as like an anonymous, so you don't get like the friend politics too much involved in the arena itself. Because right now, it's definitely the one with more friends will have more chance of actually getting anywhere. Because you can just tell like 3-4 people, like, yo, can you hit that? Just create a team to farm it down, and then farm it down with like 3-4 people. So that's definitely one of those things out there. Some games already do it. I'm not sure if Raid Shadow Legends does it. I do know that Summoners War Chronicles does it. Summoners War Sky Arena doesn't, because I don't know why not. But would be nice if they actually make that like hidden, so you cannot go too much on like friend politics of hitting one another or not. But either out, it's the game. Was fun to do. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab for the guide video archive, which contains all of the guides that you might need. Hope to see you there.